Hey y'all, it's Cheyenne and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be filming part 4, not 8, 4 of my series. So I've been doing a series called the Bad Boy Chronicles, and it's just some videos of me telling stories about previous relationships I've been in or guys I've dated. Wow. So I put some concealer on because my dark circles are really bad and it just looks super white right now. It's fine. And then we got Jelly here. Oh, you can't see her. She's right there chilling. She'll be chilling probably in the whole video. So anyways, if you haven't watched the other videos, I would do that because they're kind of in chronological order a little bit, but not really. Whatever you want to do. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with the video. I'm not going to use anybody's names or anything like that. It's not about that. It's just about me telling my story. Okay, so I'll get started. After chapter 2, I didn't really date anybody seriously. After that, like, all the guys that I've dated up to my previous relationship weren't that serious, or I didn't talk to them that long, more than like a month or 2. So anyways, this is chapter 4, so this wasn't really like a long relationship or anything like that. So, it wasn't a relationship at all, actually. So, this guy messaged me online, and like, I knew of him kind of, but I never met him. And so me and my friend, he invited us to a party, so we ended up going, and I met him. Like, why? Like, why wouldn't it focus? I don't. Still not focusing. Maybe I'm just too zoomed in. Maybe I need to zoom out. I guess. Camera's dumb. Anyways, so we went to the party, we met him, he was super cool, whatever. Like, not a big deal. Like, I wasn't really looking for a relationship, you know, hence all the other relationships and guys that I talked to, like, just a mess. So anyways, I wasn't really interested in that, but it is what it is. So we started talking, whatever, and so then I started hanging out with him, like just me and him, and we just would hang out like after I got off work and stuff like that, and we didn't really do much. We would just, you know, watch movies, do whatever, hang out, do whatever we do, not in a relationship. So anyways, that went on for a few months, and like I said, it wasn't a big deal. Like, I didn't really want to date him. We just were there for each other whenever we were lonely, whatever you would call it. So anyways, and this was like during the summer, so we like hooked up off and on all summer. It wasn't a big deal to me. Like, I was single, he was single. It is what it is. Anyways, so then later, you know, we stopped talking, and then another guy asked me on a date, whatever. And so I go on a date with this boy, and he takes me to the movies and Starbucks, and we're having a great time and all this other stuff. We're at Starbucks, and he's telling me about his life. We're just getting to know each other and all that kind of stuff. And he's telling me about his best friend, and he's like, yeah, you know, me and him have been friends for a long time. You know, he's always trying to convince me to go to parties and like sleep with all these girls and do all this kind of stuff. And he's like, I'm just not really into that. And I think he was just saying all this stuff so I'd like him or do whatever with him. But anyways, so he's just telling me all these stories, and he's like, yeah, my best friend, he's been dating this girl for like 3 or 4 years, like, you know, and he just cheats on her all the time. And he's like, you know, I don't understand why he does that. And he's like, I'm not that kind of guy, but that's how he is. So I don't know why he was bashing his friend. Anyways, it is what it is. We were just talking about our lives, not a big deal. But then he tells me what his best friend's name is, and I'm like, that's super weird, because like the guy that I'd been hooking up with all summer, like, they had the same name. And I was like, and the name's like super different, and I've never heard of it before. So I was like, oh, well, you know, like, maybe, you know, there just happened to be 2 guys, like, not a big deal. Okay, so then the more that he talks about him, I'm like, no, this is literally the same guy that I've been seeing off and on all summer. And so I shouldn't even have to make this like into a story. Like, it should have just been left at that. But no, he literally was like, no, he's been dating this girl for a long time, and you know, whatever, he's been cheating. So I was like, okay, whatever. You know, it's not really any of my business, but it kind of is, because like, I think cheating's really wrong, and like, I just think that it's a huge deal. Like, I think lying's a huge deal and cheating's a huge deal, but like I said, it's not really my business, but it is, because I had participated in it and I wasn't aware of it. So anyways, time goes on, and then me and that boy are still talking, kind of, but not really, because now it's awkward, because like, I was with his best friend, and it's just weird. And so like, I end up telling him that. I'm like, you know, that like, I don't think that that's right, and this and that. So anyways, like, I go onto this guy's Instagram or to his Twitter or something, because like, he's never, like, I followed him on both of them, and like, he's never posted about her. And so I like kept scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and then like, not too far down, like on his Twitter, I see a post, and it says, it's got this girl's name, and she tags him in it, and she said, Thanks for the past 3 years. They've been the best years ever. Like, I love you so much. Can't wait to get married. Like, all this stuff. And I'm like, that doesn't, maybe they broke up. Like, that doesn't make any sense as to why she would, like, why you would be with somebody that cheated. And if I was in her position, like, I'd want somebody to tell me, even though that really sucks. But like, to waste more time with somebody that doesn't, that you deserve better than, like, that just sucks. Anyways, so one of my friends messaged her on Twitter and was like, hey, how long have you and so been dating? Like, not being specific or saying anything, like we didn't want to be rude or she didn't want to be rude, whatever it was. So we ended up messaging her and she's like, yeah, like we've been dating for 3 years. She's like, well, what's up? Like, did he cheat on me? And like, this is her saying stuff without us saying anything yet. So obviously he's cheated before. And so we're like, oh no, like it's none of our business, whatever. But of course she's, wants to know now that we messaged her. So anyways, I end up messaging her back and I'm like, like, were you guys dating all summer? Like, what's going on? And so she ends up calling me, which is like, this ends up being super crazy. And she goes to like a school kind of near here, like a few hours away. And so she was off at school and he lived here. But they went to high school together. So anyways, she told me her whole story and she's like, we've been dating for 3 years and like after school we were gonna, go get married, this and that, whatever it was. And she said, but I've gotten messages from multiple girls, and she was like naming all these girls that I knew because like they were just relevant in the area or whatever. Like I didn't really know them, but I've heard of them before because of other situations. So anyways, I was like, that's weird. And she's like, yeah, so they messaged me before and he's cheated on me multiple times and he says that he's gonna change and he doesn't. I was like, I feel like I'm super sorry about that. Like, that really does suck. And she's like, yeah, well, this was his last chance and he just obviously decided to do this again. And then the part that really gets me is she said that the summer while we were together all the time, like it was just weird to me that like she wasn't around and that like he didn't get caught or anything. And it's because she said that during the summer she went to a special needs camp and was a teacher and counselor there because that's what she's going to school for. And so she wasn't allowed to have her phone, so that's why they couldn't keep in contact. So he couldn't talk to her for like 30 days or whatever. And so his explanation to her ended up being, well, I was just like super lonely, like I didn't know what to do, so that's why I cheated on you. Like, that's not an excuse to cheat on somebody because you're lonely after you've been dating them for 3 years. Plus he had been doing it before, so whatever. So she ends up telling me all this and she's like crying her eyes out, and I just feel so bad for her. And I feel bad that I even was in the situation and like was involved in it at all, which I'm sure the other girls that were involved didn't care. But like I felt super bad about her. And like after that, like I like messaged her like later and just made sure she was okay and stuff like that. And they ended up, I think, breaking up. And he was super mad at me about it. Like, we weren't really friends or anything. We did go to the same school for a little bit, and so like I had to see him in the hallways and stuff like that. And he messaged me and he was just so mad about it. He's like, I can't believe you said that to her. I can't believe you did that. Like, you're a liar, you're this and that. And I was like, I didn't do anything. Like, you're the one that decided to cheat and lie, do all that kind of stuff. Not only with me, but with other people, I'm sure, before that. So yeah, that's kind of it for that story. I mean, it's not that long. It kind of sucks. It's kind of like the chapter 3, like, you're with somebody and then they say this thing, but really they're with somebody else. And, moral of the story is that cheaters are cheaters and they're not going to change no matter what you do. So thank God, like, that wasn't me in that relationship. Like, I feel bad for her, but it just sucks to have been part of it, I guess. Also, any girls that have been going through something like this, like, just from my experience, like being in relationships and watching my friends like get hurt and other people that I don't even know get hurt, like, cheaters literally always do it again, no matter what they say, no matter what they do. And that's literally with anything, whether it's not even cheating. Like, I've dated other guys that have like been into drugs or went to jail multiple times or just doing stupid stuff, and they say like, I'm gonna change for you, I'm gonna do this, and really at the end of the day you can't change them. That's what really sucks. And I think that's like one of my biggest flaws, is that I date all these guys that are super, not necessarily broken, but like have issues that they need to fix to have a good life. And I try to fix it for them, and it just never works out because, like I said, nobody changes until they're ready to change. And for the most part, like, that doesn't really happen. So, that's it. That concludes chapter 4. Just stay tuned. I might make another chapter or 2. I don't know yet. Like I said, I want to focus on more positive things, but we'll see. So I might do some more like outfit videos or makeup or vlogs or all that kind of stuff. So thank you so much for watching. I definitely appreciate it, taking time out of your day to watch. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and do all that kind of stuff. And then follow me on Instagram at Chey, so CHEY 14 ENNE, and you can follow me on there and see what I do in my everyday life. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.